I'm speaking with Matt Garson, Director of Paladin Security. How are you today?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm very good. So now Paladin Security is wanting to recognize frontline workers with challenge coins. Can you explain more what these coins exactly are?
Sure. So it's a recognition piece that our company's put together through committee to just get some recognition to our frontline staff that have worked through the pandemic, and being essential staff is sometimes work goes unrecognized, and the pieces that our staff give on a daily basis to the community and the province at large is sometimes not felt, and we really want to make sure that they know that we genuinely value their contribution. They are making a difference, and the things that they do on a day-to-day basis are certainly noticed.
And why exactly at this moment has Paladin Security decided to honor frontline workers with these?
Well, so this has been in the planning stage actually for about 4 to 6 months now. So we've put quite a bit of work in behind the scenes to make sure that we're capturing it at the correct time. So just coming up at about the 1 year mark of the pandemic response was really important to us. So we could take the opportunity to kind of capture all the folks that have worked, whether for a month or a year throughout the pandemic response. It's been really important for us that this is a kind of a key timeline for us to be able to recognize folks, because it's a milestone, if you will.
Mm-hmm. And this is going to be going until March 5th now, correct?
Yeah, so we've actually got the rollout going on behind the scenes right now. So there's a certificate piece that goes tied in as well. So over the next couple of weeks, the entire rollout will be throughout the entire company.
And what exactly is all being recognized to each frontline worker when they receive this coin?
So there's a magnetic pin that has sort of a pandemic togetherness feel. And then we've also got a larger challenge coin, which is double-sided, kind of has our Paladin colors, which are really important to us, and encompasses a worldview to recognize kind of the reach of the pandemic. And then we were also doing a certificate signed by management for each employee that's worked throughout the pandemic.
And why does Paladin Security believe that this is so essential to have for frontline workers right now, especially during COVID-19?
Well, it's been particularly tough on the community at large, not just our staff, but members of the public, healthcare workers across the country. We've got so many folks that are out there on a day-to-day basis, both within Paladin and outside of Paladin, that are just doing a great job to give back and to make the world a safer place. And one of our key overarching value, if you will, is to make the world a safer and friendlier place. And that's exactly what our staff are doing. And, they're out there giving their all. They're on the front lines. They're exposed, they're helping people. And we just really believe in recognizing our staff. We've got some internal recognition programs that run on a monthly or more frequent basis. And this is just kind of an extension of that. We really believe in recognizing good work. We recognize folks that are sort of the unsung hero, if you will. And this is one of the unique opportunities where we believe it's really important that we focus on the positives.
And how many frontline workers in Alberta and in Lloydminster exactly will be receiving these?
So in Lloydminster, we've got about 80, approximately 2,600 throughout the province of Alberta, and then somewhere between 14 and 15,000 across the country.
Oh wow, that's really great to hear. And how will this event take place during COVID when they receive all this, the coins and the pins and everything?
Yeah, so we've got a sort of a quote unquote care package program, a delivery system that we've developed. Was one of the key talking points for our committee behind the scenes, is to make sure that we're abiding by COVID guidelines. And even though we've still got staff out there on the front lines, we want to make sure that we're being super cognizant of that and setting a good example. So we've got sort of boxes that are being put together, individual packages, and we can follow the appropriate drop-off procedure and making sure the staff are getting recognized.
And is there anything else you want to add for people to know about?
Just that recognition is so important, and I would encourage any employer in the province or the country to take a minute and kind of reflect on staff that have been out there throughout this. And it's one of the reasons that working for Paladin is so great, is that our executive leadership team is also our ownership team. So they've been there, they've been on the front lines, and we recognize how important it is at management level to recognize these staff. And we just want to say that the I guess the underlying statement is thank you.
Well, I personally think this is really amazing, and I'm glad to see that frontline workers are actually getting appreciated and recognized during this time, especially. Thank you so much for joining us today, Matt.
Thank you so much for having me.